Basharon asked Yaoki, when be managing director and chief executive officer for Desopadec. I can't talk to our people. Say, as the time done they reach, when they will start election and the things when they will take down, I can't dey appeal say, all the things when I tell us make we do, make life for better for now. What we don't do for the various communities, I want beg una say make una wash over them well. Make they not destroy anything. Particularly for this time when the election they come so. Because why? This election when they come self, they don't they take gun, they don't they take cutlass, take gun. Now PVC now you go get. Collect your PVC. Anything when they your mind, first collect your PVC. When the day reach, now thumbprint, they tell the thumbprint, you go carry and put for ballot paper. Fight not the day. But if anything they, even if argument go day, men are not argue reach where now go destroy the things when government don't do for now. I beg una. So that when government bring other things, you go meet the one when done the ground before. I beg una. Now the time to show say, una appreciate what the government they do. And that one go good for us.
Hello dear, hope you are enjoying your holiday. This is the Desopadec Weekly and we are glad to have you join us on this edition, the place where we give you first-hand information on all the happenings at the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission. This is the platform. And in this edition, we will continue to look at highlights of the events of 2022 in retrospect. A lot happened in the outgone year, and it was indeed an eventful year for the Desopadec. Joy Ocheyi is my name, and thank you so much for joining us. '22 marked a highly impactful year for the staff as well as host communities of Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, the Desopadec. All through the year, the Desopadec continually rolled out programs and policies, beginning with staff welfare. Early 2022, the Desopadec, in collaboration with the Directorate of Establishment and Pensions, organized promotion training for management staff of the Commission. Flagging off the exercise, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Desopadec, Basharon Askilge, expressed satisfaction with the success recorded so far in the yearly promotion. Speaking further on the importance of the training, Basharon Askilge urged the board of the commission to sustain the program. According to him, the training will prepare the staff members to be good ambassadors of the agency.
We went into lengthy sessions with the Office of the Head of Service. After those lengthy sessions, we were able to arrive at what we are doing now. I know that it was not an easy process. It's not easy to ask somebody who is left-handed to change overnight. So we have to train and retrain and train and retrain over time. One thing that came out of it is that we are now having staff of the Desopadec that can go out anywhere within the public service and represent us well, standing their ground tall to the members of the public service. We've had calls to export some of our staffers to various ministries, agencies, and parastatals of the states. And I'm happy and proud to say here that the news from the field is so good that each time when I look at the entire exercise, I pride myself that I've been part of that success story.
An official of the Directorate of Establishment and Pensions, Francis Ohawa, who took charge of the interactive session, commended Basharon Askilge for making the training available for staff members. He said it is the first of its kind among the government departments and agencies in Delta State.
We want to say we've not seen a situation like this, especially of boards, parastatals owned by governments, where it has become a deliberate policy that before promotion exercise ahead, the chief executive ensure that the people are trained, especially those saddled with the promotion. I tell you, it's something that is worth commending. Thank you, sir.
Speaking earlier during the training, the head, Administration and Supply, the Desopadec, Festus Ifowodu, said the commitment of the board of the Desopadec has brought an end to career stagnation, boosting confidence among staff.
Before now, there has been promotion across board. Before now, promotion has stagnated. But with the coming of the current board, they deem it fit and very well to start the promotion exercise on a yearly basis. The high point of it all is that the yearly promotion exercise has been maintained by this current board.
The following week, the promotion interview for both junior and senior cadre commenced at the head office, supervised by executive directors, ethnic representatives on the board of the commission, and selected heads of departments and units. At the senior cadre interview centers, headed by the executive director, planning, research and statistics, Dr. Shedrack Agediga, the interviewees' credentials were thoroughly scrutinized. Dr. Agediga expressed dissatisfaction with the performances of some of the interviewees and noted that the exercise was not designed to victimize staff, but a means of encouraging them for better performance.
There are few cases where we felt disappointed, especially in the area of performance from some of them. And that is not peculiar to us. It happens everywhere. We also discovered that some are not even ready to develop themselves. And all of that is being looked into. But the exercise is really not to undo anybody or harass or victimize anybody. It is to encourage staffs to put in their best so that we also do our part as management to ensure that they are promoted.
The Delta State Governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, on Wednesday, 15th of June 2022, reappointed Bashirun Askilge from the Isoko ethnic nationality as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Desopadec. Chief John Nani from the Robo ethnic nationality and Executive Director of Finance and Administration, Desopadec. Honorable Daniel Mayuku from Ishekiri ethnic nationality as Executive Director, Projects. Bashirun Askilge, Chief John Nani, and Honorable Daniel Mayuku had resigned their appointments from the board to contest the People's Democratic Party (PDP) 2022 primary elections and also participate as delegates at the party's national convention. In a letter addressed to the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, writes Honorable Sheriff Foboriwori and the House members, Governor Kowa requested confirmation of the nominees. During the screening, the Speaker, who presided over the process, asked them to take a bow and leave, as they were former members of the state legislature and familiar persons to the House.
Of persons for confirmation of appointment into the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, Desopadec. Following the existing vacancies in the board of the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission and in the exercise of the powers conferred on me by Section 7, Subsection 1A of the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission Amendment Law 2019. I wish to present the following persons for confirmation by the Honorable House for appointment into positions in the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission as indicated against their names. 1. Bashirun Askilge, Managing Director. 2. Honorable Daniel Mayuku, Executive Director. 3. Honorable Chief John Nani, Executive Director. Accordingly, it will be greatly appreciated if early action is taken to place the names of the nominees before the Honorable House for consideration and confirmation to enable me to effect their appointment, please. Accept my sincere regard for you and the Honorable House. Signed, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, Governor of Delta State.
In a chat with the Desopadec Weekly TV crew, the MD, Bashirun Askilge, described his reappointment as God's divine plan and, by extension, a vote of confidence on his capability by his boss, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa.
First about my appointment, it has to do with the grace of God upon my life, because everything that happened to a man is as ordained by God. So, Father Almighty has been very gracious to me, and that is why I think I had the appointment. But secondly, it was a vote of confidence that my boss, the governor of the state, Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, to me. He obviously must have reviewed and assessed my performance, and I think he's quite comfortable with my modest contribution to the growth of Delta.
Infrastructural and human capital development has been significant in the policy thrust of the Desopadec. The reappointment is a call for more and more development in the host oil-bearing communities.
I am not the only Delta, and I'm not the only Ishekiri man. It's just the grace of God. And I give all thanks to God for making this day possible. Well, we've been doing the right thing all this while, and there's a system we adopted right from the onset, which is the bottom to the top system, and that system is working for us, and that's why we've not had issues of protest or anything. since they are responsible for their projects, we do not have issues, and that is what we'll continue to do. We'll continue to do that.
The appointment is by virtue of it that there's a trust between me and the governor. The governor has his trust to me that yes, I was appointed as the Executive Director of Investment Administration, and I discharged my duty with all integrity. And he has seen in it that I need to go back there since the reason why I resigned was not met. That's why I am being reappointed today.
My good people of Delta State, particularly our stakeholders in the oil-bearing communities, I come in peace to greet us for the season that we are stepping into. I want to thank you all for standing by us in this testing time, even with all the things that have happened in the past, the floods and all of that. We are all settled back home now to face life once again. I want to thank you for your support for all of this time and crave for more support as we step into the new year, that together we'll do it again and do better for ourselves, making sure that we bring the good things of governance to your doorstep. That is our promise. It's what we have promised the people, and we'll keep to that. It's a covenant with our people. Happy New Year.
Desopadec, in collaboration with the State Post-Primary Education Board and the Directorate of Establishment and Pension, organized a one-day seminar orientation for the Desopadec staff posted to the Post-Primary Education Board, PPEB. Some years back, the Desopadec redeployed some members of staff to the agency as an intervention program to complement the educational policies of the Okowa administration. In his welcome address, the managing director of the Desopadec, who was represented by the executive director of Planning, Research and Statistics, Dr. Shadrach Agediga, encouraged the participants to remain dedicated to their duties.
Let me, on behalf of the Managing Director, CEO, welcome us to this one-day seminar. Like you know, every year we do our promotion exercise. And over time, we have seen that the reports from the field about you, especially in your upper grading, has been very, very, very encouraging. And so I want to encourage you to continue to put in your best so that the productivity that we all yearn for, we will achieve it.
Also speaking, the Executive Director, Finance and Administration, Chief John Nani, told the participants that their productivity would determine their next level of career growth.
What you are going to gain, I'm going to make you know this now, is when you teach your students, your pupils, they will also teach you. As I'm going to talk to you now, when you ask me questions, it's possible I have never come across such questions before. I will crack my brain to know how to answer the question, whether positively or negatively. If it is negatively, if it is wrong, you will correct me. I must have learned something from you. So you do to your pupils also. You must not remain teaching in the school forever. Your performance, your productivity might remove you from there and take you elsewhere. So it is your productivity. It is your productivity that will make people know that yes, you are fit and proper to be in a particular place. So don't restrict yourself to PPEB.
The chairperson, Delta State Post-Primary Education Board, Chief Christiana Italuku, in her presentation, described teaching as a noble profession, which everyone should be proud of, as a teacher is versatile in several disciplines.
I will start by asking, what is in a name? You are a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a teacher, a bricklayer, amazing, whatever name, what is in a name. I'm saying this because I've seen all of you shifting, shuffling, and saying, I'm not a teacher. Once they say you are a teacher, no, you are rejecting. Why did you go to school? How were you able to get a job with Desopadec? Somebody taught you, somebody made you, and that's the teacher. Why will you reject such a noble profession? I'm proud to say that I am a teacher.
The public service rule is meant to guide the behavior of every public officer, not just civil servants, being it a political office holder or a career civil servant or public officer. The person must not be an ex-convict. He must not belong to a secret court, or that and all that. The whole essence of this seminar is meant to make you a better officer. Make you what? More efficient and diligent, more committed, so you know some of the things that are expected of you.
The Directorate of Planning, Research and Statistics, the Desopadec, on Wednesday, 17th August 2022, organized a one-day management development program for the directorates. In his keynote address, the Executive Director, Dr. Shedrack Agidega, represented by his Special Assistant, Felix Braboke, said the capacity building program was initiated to ensure competence in the formulation and implementation of policies.
It is a heartwarming to see this workforce as a people coming here for a learning process to materialize our dream of a capacity building for the staff of the Directorate of Planning, Research and Statistics. Therefore, all ministries, departments, and agencies, like its counterparts in the private and non-governmental spaces, must invest regularly in updating the skill set and competence of its staff and management through regular and continuous capacity development for top-notch services delivery, as we are doing today.
The participants asked questions on diverse perspectives raised, and the lecturer provided satisfactory answers. Speaking with our crew at the end of the event, the head, Department of Planning, Research and Statistics, Tony Omainekon, said the program had been very useful to the staff.
You saw the response from our people. They are happy. We are challenged already. We've learned new stuff, how to go about old functions, our regular functions. I've gotten tips on how to better them. So I expect more from our people, especially from the excitement I see all over the place. We are going to get more from our people, and by the grace of God, we are going to deliver more.
Also in 2022, the Department of Community Development and Public Enlightenment, the Desopadec, organized an awareness program for staff. The discussions centered on the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, which was signed into law by President Muhammadu Buhari several months ago. Recall that the President signed the Petroleum Industry Bill into law on 16th August 2021 to grow the confidence of investors in Nigeria's petroleum industry and also enhance the socio-economic development of oil-bearing communities in Nigeria.
There are keywords that I want us to note for we to have a better understanding what the PI is talking about. One of those words is settler. In the art, the word settler was used. Also, host communities. And what is the host communities? We are going to look at it. Then also the upstream and midstream and downstream words were also used.
Before now, most of us were not even aware how this very PIB that was transformed to PIA has been so wonderful, has been so good to the committee and to the host com. With this very understanding now, we know how to enlighten our people both here and at home.
Thank you so much for watching this edition. Join us next week when we come back again, continuing with more activities of the Desopadec on 2022 in retrospects. Before we come back, follow us on our social media handles for all the questions you want to ask, suggestions, and contributions, as well as all that you want us to continue to do at the Desopadec Weekly. On behalf of the entire crew, Joy Uchi is my name, wishing you a very happy new year. See you next week.